right. Am I not? You are pregnant.
Yeah. You're right. I'm going to have a baby.
Mind an interruption?
Well, when the interruption's as beautiful as you are, no, I don't mind.
Oh, you are cute, aren't you?
I take it then I'm not in the doghouse.
No, why would you be?
Well, I didn't exactly come through with that job I promised. I know how disappointed you were.
I know, but I understand the bind you were in. It wasn't your fault.
My sister can be very stubborn when she wants to be.
But you fought very hard anyway, and I owe you. And not just for going to bat with Ashley about me.
Oh, there's something else?
Jack, you got me started thinking of a whole new, exciting way of life. It's beyond the thinking stage. I am giving myself a crash course in design. I decided to take this setback and turn it into a stepping stone.
Well, I sure like the sound of this. Tell me more.
Well, first of all, I bought myself a computer. I am now online. I have learned so much in such a short amount of time, all because of the internet. It is an incredible resource. Now, I realize these aren't the designs of the century, but I wanted you to see what I've been working on.
Wow. Honestly, these are more sophisticated than anything you showed me before. That I'm impressed. And I'm very proud of you.
Well, you should be. You got the ball rolling. I don't know how to thank you. On second thought, maybe I do.
Oh, wow.
Here we are, ladies. Make yourselves right at home.
Oh, my.
Look, Mommy, the picture I drew for Daddy.
Oh, honey, it looks beautiful.
You put it in a frame?
Oh, you bet I did. That's a very special drawing made by a very special little girl. So, is anybody hungry? I might have a little bit of food in the fridge.
No, I don't think that's necessary. Lily had something to eat at Uncle Malcolm's, right, sweetheart? Uh-oh.
Oh, look at you. Somebody is tired.
No, I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are. You gotta rest, baby. You know you just got over the chicken pox. You don't want to overdo it, do you?
Do I get to sleep in my old room?
Of course you do.
Does it look like it used to?
Well, you know what? There's been a few changes. I've been waiting for you to get better. Come here. Oh, look. I'm so glad you're home.
Me too. Will you tuck me in?
Oh, you just try and stop me. Hmm? Now, say goodnight to your mama, all right?
Night, Mommy.
Good night, sweetie. All right. Go to bed. Say your prayers.
Come on, Angel. It's been so long since you've seen your room, huh? Come on, you excited to see it?
Wow. So many memories.
Meg, is that you? Trish? It is you. I'm so glad you're home. I was worried about you.
Oh, honey, that's why I called. I knew you'd be wondering where I was.
Are you okay? You seem a little...
A little what?
Never mind.
So, what about that surprise that you mentioned on the
I
phone?
didn't tell him anything about you and Tony being engaged or getting married. I didn't see any reason to.
Tell who? Trish. Daddy!
Hi, sweetheart. Yeah, it's your old man in the flesh. What? I don't get a hug?
Dad, I had no idea you were coming. I can't believe this.
Oh, I've missed my girl so much. When I heard that you and your sister weren't coming to me, I decided to come to you. Listen, honey, I heard about all you've been through. I know that Tony's death must have been devastating.
Yeah.
So much I want to say to you. Where do I begin?
Where did it happen? Did I lose something I need along the way? What was I doing?
Hey, Grace. Long time no see.
Hi, Cody. How's it going?
Good. How's it going with you? So are you just here for a visit, or are you thinking about moving back to good old GC?
Neither, actually. Long story.
Well, can I at least get you something?
No, though, I do have a question.
Shoot.
Trisha McNeil, do you know her?
Ryan's wife? Yeah, sure, I know her.
Has she been here today?
No, in fact, I haven't seen much of her at all lately.
Oh. Well, thought it was a long shot. Thanks anyway.
Sure.
Grace? What are you doing here?
Well, I've been around now.
So, is Lily off in dreamland?
You know, Drew, I thought those surprises might get our little girl excited, but you know something? She was so tired that she conked out.
That's good. She usually has a tough time when we travel.
Guess she feels at home here.
Guess she does.
So, I haven't eaten. Have you?
No.
Do you, want to order in, or?
I have a better idea. How about you let me loose in your kitchen and let you whip you up something real good if you don't mind?
Not at all, Drew. Not at all.
No, Mackenzie. Billy Abbott is not the boy for you. Billy Abbott is nothing but trouble. Trouble.
So, what are you two doing here? Well, my mom tracked me down. Said you called the house looking for me.
Yeah, but you weren't there. Where were you?
Bowling. You're kidding.
Actually, I set a record for the most gutter balls. They almost had to put up the bumpers.
She's kidding. Mac was a natural. I'm sorry, man. Here we are going on and on about how much fun we had, and you were trapped at home.
Don't worry about me. I'm glad you had a good time, both of you.
Obviously, you're surprised to see me.
I didn't know that you were in town.
I just got in.
So, I'll ask you again then. What are you doing here?
I'm trying to track down Trisha McNeil. I called her apartment. There was no answer. I know she came here a lot, so I'm here. Have you seen her?
Why are you looking for her?
Why do you care why I'm looking for Trisha? What, have you two become best friends while I was away?
Hardly.
Then why the third degree? Okay, fine. You want to know so badly, I got a visit from her sister, Megan.
In New York?
Apparently there's some accusations going around, directed at Trisha. You wouldn't know about them, would you?
You bet I would. Those accusations came from me.
Not so fast, Joel.
Oh, Catherine, please, it's been a long day. I just want to go upstairs and have a bubble bath.
Just spare me a moment, please.
All right. What's on your mind?
Do you by any chance remember when you were a teenager?
Probably a heck of a lot better than you do.
Who was your first love?
What a question. Jamie Pritchett. We were in 8th grade together. I think our romance lasted all of 2 months. Why are you interested?
I'm not. Oh, I'm not. I was just thinking about Mackenzie and Billy.
Mackenzie and Billy? God, you say that as if they were a couple.
No, of course not. They're not.
Well, I should hope not. Talk about the mismatch of the century.
You're really sure about that? Because I think they're rather attractive.
Don't even say it. You know, I realize that you'd love nothing better than for your little granddaughter to hook up with Billy. But you are flat out of luck, because my son is head over heels in love with Brittany Hodges, and she feels the same way about him.
Brittany Hodges?
Yes, you know her parents. They're prominent members of Genoa City Society. Although, I certainly can't say that I agree with their method of parenting. Nor has Brittany always exhibited the best judgment. But she's beautiful, she's intelligent, she's poised. However, with Billy grounded at the moment...
The romance is on hold.
Yes. It's obvious he misses her a great deal. And part of me sympathizes with him, you know. But John and I, we can't bend the rules too much.
But you have bent them some.
Well, a little bit, yes. We've decided that he can have an occasional visit from Raoul and Mackenzie, but that's as far as we're willing to go right now.
Well, are you sure that's such a good idea? I mean, after all, Brittany is Billy's girlfriend. Shouldn't she be there instead of Mackenzie?
So, your parents went for our idea.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Hey, look, I know it's not exactly freedom, but it is a step in the right direction. Mac and I being allowed to come over. We picked up some videos. You want to watch a movie, or would you rather just hang out and talk?
No, a movie works with me.
All right. Here, check these out.
Oh, well, these are great. Look, why don't you and Mac pick a movie? I'll meet you in the study after I make some popcorn, okay?
All right. Billy seem a little jumpy to you. Yeah, it's probably my imagination. All right, I'm gonna get these ready.
I suppose an explanation is in order here. My pregnancy happened during the holidays as a result of a rather atypically impulsive moment in my life. And despite the unconventional circumstances, I've done a lot of soul searching. And I've decided to go ahead and have this baby.
I see. Over the holidays, you see?
Yeah. Shortly after Cole and I split, so I guess maybe I was a little vulnerable.
So the father, I assume, is the fellow that I saw you with at the lounge. Does he know?
Mm-hmm. We've discussed it.
And?
And, we've agreed that I'm going to go ahead and raise the baby on my own. It was my decision.
I see. So that there's to be no marriage?
No. Mm-mm. I fully intended to tell you about this.
When?
Certainly, before it became public knowledge, I guess I waited a little bit too late. But frankly, I didn't know when the right time was under the circumstances.
What circumstances are you talking about?
What's happening between you and me? You know, this, kind of hit me from left field, Victor. I mean, if I had known 3 months ago... My news has definitely affected you, hasn't it?
No. I guess I'm a little surprised.
I think it's more than that. I think you're wondering whether or not this changes everything between us.
Something smells terrific. Well, where'd you find enough food to make dinner?
Well, I rummaged around the freezer and I did a little improvising.
Improvising, more like magic. Want me to help?
No, the food thing is handled. You can help me clean up later. Why don't you go sit down?
Yes, ma'am. I will do that. Drew, would you like some wine?
Why not?
Oh, I'm sure you had only the best while you were traveling in France and Italy, huh?
Yeah, not that I drank that much.
Oh, come on. I've seen pictures of all those fashion parties in magazines. The champagne is always flowing.
That's true. I mean, lots of glamour, lots of parties. Sometimes the models get involved. That got all very old for me very fast.
Ooh. My goodness. And yeah, how about the work? Has that gotten old?
No. Not the work. Thank you.
Sure. How about a toast?
Yeah.
To Lily.
To Lily. You know, this reminds me of my favorite Petite Sirah. Neil, did you keep a bottle of my favorite wine here? After all this time?
No, I went out and bought a couple of bottles the other day. For you.
You did? That's so sweet. Thank you. Okay, that means dinner's ready. I hope you won't be disappointed.
Oh, no. You're always a terrific cook.
Oh, he remembers.
Drew, I remember a lot about you and me. Two of us.
Mostly good, I hope.
What do you think?
I think if I don't get into that kitchen, our dinner's gonna get burned.
Wow. That's my kind of thank you. Are you sure there isn't anything else you want to thank me for?
Well, as I said, I appreciate what you did for me very much.
I hardly did a thing. You took the ball, you went running, as evidenced by these sketches. I guess the question is, what comes next?
Well, I plan to put a portfolio together at some point and hopefully get a job. I realize I still have a lot to learn.
Yeah, but, I mean, certainly got the ball rolling.
And who knows, maybe the powers that be at Chabot might reconsider turning me down once they see what I can do.
Don't get me wrong. I love your enthusiasm, but don't expect to land here, no matter how good your work is.
Because of Ashley.
She's the one who shot down the original idea. I have a feeling she'd shoot me if I brought it up again.
You know, I wish she would stop focusing on the past and open up to what I can contribute. If she had more of a life to distract her, like a husband or kids or even a lover, I don't know.
Be careful what you wish for, Nick.
What do you mean?
let's just say Ashley's personal life has suddenly taken a very strange turn. Out of the frying pan and into the fire has new meaning.
Really? Well, that sounds intriguing.
Intriguing is not exactly the word I would choose.
Yeah? So you're gonna fill me in, or am I gonna have to drag it out of you because you know? Eventually I'm gonna find out.
Where's Ralph?
Bathroom.
Oh.
That popcorn smells good.
Yeah, well, dig in, huh? So,
Your parents, they still won't let you see Brittany, huh?
No. I worked on it with my mom, but didn't do any good. I guess I gotta be patient, huh? Step at a time.
Right.
Look, Mac,
Okay, you two, it's showtime. I've already forwarded all 20 minutes of previews here. Okay. Here we go.
You know, the way you say that, it's almost as if... Look, it wasn't my idea to have Mac there. All right? We did this for Raoul. And it certainly wasn't Billy's idea either. But Raoul is Billy's best friend, and John and I both feel that he's a good influence on Billy. And since Mac is Raoul's girlfriend, John thought it would be unfair to ask Raoul to choose between spending time with her and Billy.
Which I understand. Still...
Enough, okay? Please, I don't need you to involve yourself in my family matters. John and I can handle the situation with Billy perfectly fine. We don't need any parental advice, especially not from you. Okay?
I think you're overreacting. All I was trying to do...
I don't care what you're trying to do, Catherine. And I don't care what your agenda is here either. If you don't want Mac to spend time with Raoul and Billy, so be it. All right? But you tell her. You deal with the fallout from messing up the kids' lives. I'm not about to do your dirty work for you. And I'll tell you something else. If Mackenzie's and Billy's paths never cross again, it will be too soon for me. Good night.
You haven't answered me.
So I'm still trying to absorb what you've told me.
Well, your silence is saying a great deal. Obviously, telling you that I'm pregnant has made you feel very uncomfortable.
You know, I don't know what I feel. I really don't. I just know I've never experienced anything like this before.
Well, I guess maybe you need a little time to sort things through. And, maybe we should just call it a night.
You don't have to leave now.
No, this is not the kind of issue you can just brush aside for the rest of the evening. You know, I've got things to do at the office, and thank you very much for the gown. Good night.
Daddy, if you're just gonna take off on me...
No, sweetheart, no, of course not. As I said before, I know that Tony's death must have been painful. Frankly, I've scolded your sister for not letting me know what was going on before. But I'm here now, for both my daughters, for as long as you need me. You look tired. Why don't you go upstairs and get some rest? We can talk more in the morning.
I will. I'm just gonna make something to eat first. Actually, Dad, you're probably jet-lagged. Maybe you should turn in, too.
It has been a long day at that. You sure you don't mind?
No, of course not. Do we, Meg? Okay. Good night, Daddy.
Good night, you two. It's good being home with my two girls.
Thank you for not telling him about Tony and me. I know I can't keep it from him forever, but...
Meg, listen. There's no reason he ever needs to know. It's in the past. Everything that's happened can just fade away. If people will let it.
What does that look for?
I just wonder if people will let the past be the past.
Well, I would like nothing better.
Then what were you doing in New York?
How did you know that I went to New York?
I saw the flight information written down.
Well, I went to see Grace Turner. And she told me the truth. I know everything. You're the one making accusations against Trisha?
They're more than just accusations, Grace, as you well know.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means Tony told me everything that you confessed to him just before he died.
Okay. Okay, even so, why are you dredging this up? And Megan came to see me. She was very upset. Why would you do this to her? In my mind, there is no point unless I'm missing something.
You talked to Megan and you still don't understand why I'm doing what I'm doing?
No. No, I can't. Believe me, I am no big fan of Trisha's. But with Tony gone, why would you drive a wedge between these two? Megan needs Trisha right now.
I can't believe you would even ask me that.
And I can't believe you would be so vindictive as to cause trouble for those two. Their lives have been through hell the last few months.
Oh, Grace, please don't tell me you're gonna stand here and defend Trisha as if she's the victim. The only reason her life has been hell is her own doing.
What are you talking about? I mean, where is all this attitude coming from?
You don't know? Megan didn't tell you?
Tell me what?
The person who hit Tony that night, the one who was driving the car, was Trisha. She's the one that killed him, Grace. Trisha is responsible for Tony's death.
Well?
Well, what?
Jack, I can see you're concerned about your sister, whatever's going on in her personal life. Hey, you can talk to me about it.
Ash, what are you doing back here?
Nikki?
Hi, Ashley. How are you?
A little surprised to see you here.
Actually, Nick just stopped by to,
I came by to say hello to your brother, and I'm just leaving. Wow, that's a pretty gown. Must have been quite an evening.
Didn't you say you were leaving?
I am. Good night, Ashley.
Okay, so what's going on with you?
It's not exactly Oscar material now, was it?
You can say that again.
Still, it beats sitting around here alone, right?
Right. Well, thanks for coming by.
Anytime, buddy.
So, good night.
Good night.
You ready, babe?
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you later, man. Wait.
You haven't lost your touch, True. Everything was perfecto. Excelente.
In other words, you liked it, right?
Okay, so my Italian isn't like Billy's.
You know, she blows my mind how she picked up bits and pieces of the language. Not only Italian, but French, too.
Well, that's our daughter. Smart as a whip.
Just like her daddy.
I don't know. Her mom is pretty smart, too.
That's true. But I've made my fair share of mistakes.
Haven't we all? I mean, that's what life is all about. Making mistakes. Learning from them. True, I gotta tell you, I'm extremely grateful that you decided to let Lily stay for a while.
You've already said that.
But what I didn't say is, I'm glad that you stayed, too.
You're here.
Cheers.
Dear God. I had no idea. Megan didn't say any... What happened?
I just told you what happened. Trisha was behind the wheel. She backed into Tony when he... Despite everything that Tony tried, despite his threats to expose Trisha to Megan, Trisha just kept trying to break up Tony and Megan.
Break them up how?
She lost control. She physically attacked him on New Year's Eve and then kissed him.
What?
She was obsessed. And when she found out that Megan and Tony were going to get married, she jumped into her car and backed into Tony on the Denison driveway.
Trisha did that?
She would do anything to keep those two apart. Anything, any way she could.
Wait, so you're telling me that this wasn't an accident? That Trisha did this on purpose so that... Has she been charged with anything?
Not yet. And I don't know if she ever will be, because the police just don't realize what Trisha is capable of. They don't know her like I do. Like we do. So, what are you going to do, Grace?
I don't know. I don't know. I need time to think. Oh, I do know one thing, though. If Trisha hit Tony intentionally, God help her.
I can't believe this, Meg. Whatever Grace Turner told you, it's her version of the truth. Why is everyone so determined to keep bringing up things that should just be forgotten? Why can't they just let this whole thing just...
Trisha, wait, let me explain what happened.
What's to explain? Obviously, you felt the need to talk to her. So I guess that means that you still have doubts about me. Look, nothing that woman says would surprise me. I mean, she's hated you for stealing Tony. She's never liked me either. It's just upsetting that you would think I would join forces with someone like her.
You've got it all wrong. She didn't say anything like that. Why would you automatically assume that she did?
Well, I guess it's just because I know the way she feels about me and hearing all those horrible rumors and...
Grace didn't know about the rumors. I didn't tell her what Sharon said.
So what did she tell you?
She said she planted the bra all on her own. And as far as I was concerned, that finished it.
Good, then I'm glad somebody is finally ready to tell the truth. Listen, I'm sorry that you had to deal with her.
I'm sorry I had to deal with her, too. And I know that it upset you that I went. I'm really glad that I did. Grace put my doubts to rest. Hello.
Hi, it's Grace Turner. Is this Megan?
Yes, what is it?
I'm in Genoa City. I need to see you about Tony. There's something more you need to know.
I think I just asked what was going on
I
with
heard
you.
what you asked. I don't want to talk about it.
This has something to do with Newman, doesn't it? The gown, the mood. Were you just with him? Okay, I get it. You don't want to talk about it. All right, then.
He knows.
He knows what?
Victor guessed that I'm pregnant.
Was he suitably stunned?
Yep, he was definitely stunned.
And what did he say?
Not really very much.
Well, you know, for once, sis, I can understand Newman's reaction. I mean, any man would be shocked to learn that the woman he was interested in was carrying another man's child.
You think that's what's bothering him?
What else? It would get to me. I can only imagine how this affected Victor, what with his colossal ego. This is a man who has to be in control of every bit of his life. He has to have some say in anything that involves him. This pregnancy doesn't involve him. That's got to irk the hell out of him. Add to that, I'm sure this really threatens him on a very personal level.
Give me a break.
No, I'm serious. Some men have this whole macho thing. It's a lot more fragile than most people realize. Mr. Macho himself, Victor, I'm sure this really affects him.
I didn't come here to get a dime store analysis of Victor Newman.
Okay. I'm not here to upset you. I'm not. It's obvious you're sad. I want to say the right thing. I'm sorry. I hope you haven't put a whole lot of hope into rekindling this thing with Victor. The right guy is out there for you, Ash. You just have to find it. It's not gonna take some...
Don't.
You all right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm headed home. Can I give you a ride?
No, I've got my car. I'll be there in a minute.
Ash Newman doesn't deserve you.
Shut up, Jack.
Thank God.
Excuse me, Mr. Newman. Will the lady be returning, sir? No. Would you kindly leave the champagne? Very good, sir.